Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to create Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on your loom. This is a single loom design. We're going to make the body and then the face and then attach them. And let me tell you what you're going to need for today. So you're going to need your loom set up in the offset configuration. You will need to choose the color that you want your antlers, feet, and hands to be. I'm using Rainbow Loom's burgundy. You can use, if you don't have that color, you can use a very dark brown. For the body, I am using Rainbow Loom's caramel bands. And for the belly part, I'm using Rainbow Loom's mother of pearl. If you do not have two different shades, but you do have the Rainbow Loom skin bag, what you can do is you can use the darker color for the antlers and the feet, and you can use the skin. There's one that looks like pink and there's one that's a little bit more tan. This one for the inside of the belly if you want, and then a different shade for the body. So just choose what color you want your reindeer to be. If you don't know what color to use for the belly either, you can also use white. So you can use a white belly and then two different shades for obviously the antlers and the hands and feet. So besides those colors, I'm also going to be using pony beads for the nose and for the eyes. So for the eyes, I'm using these tiny pony beads, and the size is 4 millimeters by 7, and you can find them at any craft store, and these are by Creatology, so you could probably even look them up on the web. And then for the nose, it's just a regular large pony bead, and these are different types you can use. This one, it has like a clear, this one's just the solid color, and this one is metallic. And again, these are all found at your local craft store, and this is the one I'm probably going to be using today for the nose because it's shinier. If you don't have beads for the eyes or the nose, it's okay. I will show you what to do with a band. So the first thing that we're going to do is tell you how many bands you need. So for the body part, the outside, the caramel color, you're going to need 166. For the inner belly color, that will be 38 bands. And for the antlers, feet, and hands, that is 72 bands. So gather your supplies and then we will get started. So we are going to first make our reindeer's arm, and I'm going to start with my caramel bands, and I'm going to use 2 at a time. And you will go down 6 times. Using double caramel bands. And then the next set is your darker color, and you're going to use 3 of those, and that's how you will end it. So let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I did it right. So then after you have gone down 6 times with the lighter color and then using 3 bands, you're going to cap it, and you're going to do that again. So using double caramel bands, go down 6 times. And your antlers could be black also. So if you have brown bands but you don't have a darker brown, you could also use black antlers, or the feet also. So we went down 6. And then the last is the 3 bands here, and then you're going to cap that. And then you're going to loop it. So you're going to reach under that cap band, grab those 3 bands, and just loop forward. and then you can just remove them. And if you have a spare hook or a toothpick, then you can place these to the side. I'm just going to place them to the side. And now we are going to do the legs. And for the feet, you're going to start off with your caramel bands, or the color of the main body of your reindeer. And you're going to place 2 bands here, and then 2 here. And now you're going to switch to the darker color, the same one that matches the tip of your reindeer's hands. And you're going to place 1 band on those 2 and 1 band on these 2. And then using 2 bands now, you're going to place 2 here, 2, turn in, again, turn in, and then just fill the middle. Push everything down, grab a single, wrap it around this peg only 3 times, and then grab another single and place a triangle band right here. So let's do that again. Grab 2 light brown bands or caramel, and then I'm using my burgundy bands. You can use dark brown or black. And you're going to place 1 band only from here to here, and 1 band from here to here. And then you're going to place 2 here, 2, 2 in the middle, and then a triangle band on these 3, and a single band, a cap band wrapped around only 3 times on those. So now you can loop that, and I have a skewer, and I'm just going to put my extra pieces on there, or you can just use a spare hook as well. And you're going to reach in, and where the cap band is, push back the cap, and grab the first 2 bands that you see, and loop it forward. And then grab the second top 2 and loop it to the left and to the right, and then the remaining. And then you're going to reach here, loop these, same thing here, and loop those 2, and then grab that single band, bring it to the middle, and this single band and bring it to the middle. And then the last step is looping this middle. You do want to loop the single bands first and then loop the double last. So then you reach in, grab the 2 caramel bands, and loop them forward. We can do that again. Reach under that cap, loop those forward, grabbing the next set of 2 bands, looping those, and then these. Then reach in here, grab these 2, loop forward, reach here, loop these, loop the singles first, and then the middle bands. And then push all these bands back and grab those 2 lighter brown or caramel bands, and those are your reindeer's feet. So I'm going to use my spare hook. I'm just going to take it off slowly. And you just pull on it and adjust it. And I'm also going to place the arms on there, might as well. So I have the arms and the feet. So now once we have done that, we can begin the body. So for the body, you're going to grab 3 caramel bands, or the main color of your reindeer, and you're going to place 3 here. And that's going to be the neck of your of Rudolph's neck. So then you're switching now to the color that you want the inside belly to be. You can use white, or you can use that color that I told you from the Rainbow Loom skin pack. I'm using the mother of pearl. So you're going to take that color and go to the left and to the right, using 2 at a time. And then you are, once you have 1 to the left and to the right, you're going to go down 5 times on this side. So 1 set, 2 sets, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And you're going to do the same thing on each row. Just go down 5 times. So we went down 5 on each row, and then once you've done that, grab another 2, and from this middle peg, place these 2 and these 2. And now you are going to switch to your caramel bands, or again, the bands that you chose for your reindeer, and you're grabbing 3 just for this part. So you grab 3 here. Actually, I'm sorry, you do not grab 3 yet. So you can just take 2, place 2 here. So remove, if you have 3, remove 1. You should have 2 only. 2 here and 2 here. 2 from here to here, and on the other side. Now you're going to grab 3. Take 3, place it here, and take 3 and place it here. Now for my reindeer, I only use 2 bands at a time, and he's pretty sturdy. If you're not using the Rainbow Loom brand, it might be a thinner type of band. These are a lot more sturdy. So I recommend that if you're not using Rainbow Loom's bands and they're thinner, that you will put 3 bands for the legs instead of 2. I'm only going to use 2. So once you have placed 3 here, then you are just going to use 2 at a time and go down the loom to the bottom. So you should have 5. So this is what yours should look like so far. You should have the belly, and then that little piece here, and then the legs. For this part was 3 bands, and then these were all doubles. And if you want, you can add your reindeer's feet on the bottom. I'm sorry, I lose my voice all winter. So I'm going to place the feet on the bottom now. just leave them there. And now you're going to, just pushing everything down, you're going to push down the bands that are for the belly, because we're going to be adding another layer on top. So you're going to take the color that matches the legs, and on this peg right here, the second peg, you're going to place an overlapping 2 bands. Another 2. Another 2. And another. Another, and then one more. So altogether you should have placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bands. Do the same thing on this side. Make sure you place 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th. On this one right here, you're going to take a single band and wrap it around only 3 times. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th peg from the top. You're placing a cap. And you're wrapping it around only, I'm sorry, not 4 times, 3 times. So it's 1, 2, 3. Only wrap it around 3. Again, 1, 2, and 3. And now you can add your arms. You're going to place that right here. And you can add the other arm. And now we're going to add the triangle bands. So we're going to start at the top, right here, underneath the arm, and place the first triangle band on these 3 underneath the arm. And then the second set underneath that, the third, the 4th, and you don't need anything here, and you don't need anything here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to loop the layer that we layered on top and place it on the outside of the loom. So to do that, you're going to reach in under where we placed the cap band that we wrapped on only 3, and you're grabbing all of the top bands. So grab those top bands right here, the top 2, and gently loop it forward. Again, reach in, and you should just be grabbing the darker color. The bottom color should be a lighter, so it should be easy. Loop forward. When you enter each peg though, make sure you're pushing that triangle band back. Loop it forward. Loop forward. Loop it forward. And the final one. I'm going to do this side now. Reach in. Push back that cap band, grab the top 2, and I missed a band. I'm going to go back in. So you loop those, then grab these 2 brown bands, loop it forward. Again, pushing the triangle band back, loop forward. So now we're going to remove that layer and place it on the outside. And those of you that have been doing my tutorials, you already know the deal, but in case you don't and you're new, what you do is you're going to just hold down just to be safe, put your finger on this peg so that you don't remove these. And you don't want to remove the bands that are on this peg right here, the cap bands. So these remain on your peg, and these, and I just like to place my thumb there, and then you grab in the second set, you pinch underneath, and you're going to pop it up and to the side, and 2 of mine came off. Make sure this band is a triangle band, and then I'm going to pop off this one. Let me fix that. And then finally, this one is coming off, but this one is not, so just be careful. So just pop this one off and place it to the side. So everything should be on the outside, and the triangle band should be one band underneath, resting underneath these two pegs, and one band above. So now we're going to do this side. You're going to take the second one, pop it up, and place it to the side. Pop it up, and see how these two popped off for me, and place it over. And then finally the last one, pop it up and place it to the side. So once you have placed them on the outside, you can begin to loop. So you're going to reach in where the feet are, grab the bottom two, and loop forward. And the same thing here, grab these bottom two, and loop forward. And once you have brought those up, you're just going to loop forward. And you're going to stop at this peg right here. Same thing here. And you're stopping here. So you're going to reach into this peg, and you have these bands right here. That's the extension. You're not grabbing those. You are pushing those back though. And you're aiming to grab these two right here. The ones that are right here in the middle. So reach in, push everything back so you see what you're doing. And the bottom set, I'm just going to pull down because it's in my way. And I'm grabbing these two and looping it to the middle. Now when you pull on that, if you see that these bands are being pulled, then you grab the wrong bands. These should remain unpulled. So now let's do this side. Again, you're reaching for these two right here. Reach in and grab, yes, I grabbed three, so I'm grabbing wrong. Grab the two and loop it to the middle. And you know you did it correctly if these still remain and they're not tugged on. So now once you have done that, reach in the middle, push all those bands back, grab the two in the middle, and loop that forward. Now you're entering, once you've looped that, you're entering these pegs again and grabbing those bottom two and looping it forward. Same thing here, the remaining two, and looping it forward. Now you're reaching here and you're grabbing these two bands, the first two. Bring it to the middle. Same thing here, bring it to the middle. And now you should also have a remaining set. Grab those, loop it forward. Grab these, loop forward. Again, reach into the middle, push all those bands back, grab the bottom two, and bring it up. Push all the triangle bands back, and loop, loop. So we've looped these. So I've looped all these so far. And now I'm going to grab these and bring them to the arm. And bring these last two to the arm. Once you get to the arm, first loop the middle so you don't forget. Make sure you loop the middle. When you get to the arm, reach in and you're grabbing obviously the bottom two, so push the arms back. Loop the arm to the middle. And this one to the middle. Reach in, grab those three neck bands. Pull them up and place them on that peg. So now you can remove him. I don't recommend yanking him off if you want him to stay, you know, nice and neat like this. So what I do is I'm going to take a random color and make a slip knot, not a very tight one, just enough to hold the neck together. And I'm going to remove him little by little. Especially if you are not using Rainbow Loom bands, then your bands will stretch a lot more. Rainbow Loom bands are a lot better, and if you're not using Rainbow Loom bands, then I definitely don't recommend you yanking your creations off of the loom. This one. He's very stuck today. Okay, so here is our body of our reindeer. Just adjust it. Once the bands settle, he'll start to take shape. And now we can work on the face and the antlers. So let's do the antlers of your Rudolph. So for the antlers, you probably could do them on the loom. I don't like to do it on the loom. It doesn't come out neat because these are all cap bands, and if you do it on the loom, it just comes out really funky. So I'm sorry to say I will be doing this on the hook instead. And so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a single band and you're going to wrap it around 4 times. And then you're going to take another single band, wrap around itself, transfer that cap band on there, and grab that loop. Again, another single, wrap it around itself, and transfer that in there, and grab the loop. So you should have the cap and then 2 sets of caps. So now, again, grab a single band, wrap it around your hook 4 times, grab a single band, wrap it around itself, transfer those cap bands onto those 2 bands, or to the cap band actually, and grab the loop. Again, a band wrapped around itself, pull through, grab the loop. And then another one, a single wrapped around itself, pull through, grab the loop. So this one has 2, this one has 3. We're going to make another one that has 2 like this one. So starting off with wrapping your band around your hook 4, a single band wrapped around twice, transfer these on, and grab the loop. A single band wrapped around itself, pull it through, and grab the loop. So now these are your antlers. Then you're going to grab another single band, wrap it around itself, and slowly transfer all of these on to that cap band, and grab the other loop. And then you are going to, let's say 1, 2, 3. So grab another loop, wrap it around itself, pull it through, another cap, pull it through, another one, pull it through, and then another one, and pull it through. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all together. And now you can rewind the video and you can make the other antler, that way I don't have to repeat it, and I will come back when I have made the other set. Once you have finished the other antler, you probably want to place it on a spare hook or a toothpick, or I have this skewer over here, because if you take it off it's probably going to come undone. And now we're going to make a few little pieces. You're going to grab the color that's the main color of your Rudolph again, and you're just going to place 2 here, and then 2 here, not connected, and then over here place 2, 2, and 2, and then do the same thing again, going down 3, 1, 2, and 3. On the ones that are 3 are the extension for the cheek. You're just going to take a band and wrap it around 3 times, a single band. The same thing on this one, a single band wrapped around only 3 times. On these are the ears. You're going to take a single and wrap it around 4. The same thing over here, a single wrapped around 4. And then you can loop them. And then just take them off. And then place them to the side. And now we can begin with our face of our Rudolph. So you're going to grab your caramel bands and place 2 from here to here, 2 here, you're going to go down 4 times, same thing in the middle, in the middle actually you're going to go down 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's 4 times here, 5, and then 4 here. Then you're going to place 2 bands from here to here, and 2 from here to here. You can grab the ears. The ears are the one that are just the 2 bands with the cap, and place it on the second peg from the top. Same thing over here. Sorry. And then we're going to place our extension. So grab your extension and you are going to place that on the peg below it, like that, and the other one on the other side. Then take your hook and enter the 3 cap bands that are at the edge and stretch it over and place it on this peg right here. So you're skipping the middle and putting it on this one. Same thing here. Grab all 3 cap bands, pull on it, place it here. You can place your antlers. You want to just stretch that cap band a little bit at the end and place that on this peg right here. And the other one on this one. So we have the antlers on, the ears, the cheeks, and now we're going to do the nose and the eyes. If you are using the beads like I am, all you have to do is take a caramel band and slide your 2 little pony beads right through them. So 2 beads onto a single band. And you would be placing the eyes on the 3rd peg. 1, 2, 3. Like that. The 3rd peg from the top, separating the eyes and bringing 1 band above. That is going to be my eyes. If you don't have the pony beads, you're going to use 2 black bands. Take a single, wrap it around your hook 4 times. Again, a single, and wrap it around your hook 4 times. Then grab a single caramel band, the one that matches your Rudolph. Transfer that on. Separate the eyes. And the same thing. You would be placing it the same way that I placed these on these pegs, these 2, and then bringing the middle band, the top band above that peg. So that would be your eyes if you're using bands. If you're using a pony bead for the nose, again, very simple. Just slide 1 single band through the bead and your nose goes like that. If you don't have a bead, you are going to use 2 red bands and then a caramel band. So take a single red band and wrap it around 4 times. And then you can take your, if you want the nose to be bigger, you can even do 2 bands wrapped around 4 times. So you can do like that, so it could be that thickness. And then I'm going to grab a red band. So I wrap these around 4 times, 2 bands. Then take a single red band and make a cap, wrap it around itself, and transfer both of these on to that capped band, like that. Grab the loop, so you have a chunky nose like that, it looks cute. Then grab your caramel band and slide it through. And then you would grab these both loops, and then this would be your cute little nose. But I'm going to be using the metallic bead, but you can use the bands if you want. So once you have placed your eyes, your nose, you are going to finish it off with the triangle bands. So on these 3 right here, place a single, and on these 3, you will place a single as well. For the reindeer, I placed a single on these 3. It is your choice if you want this one to be doubled over on these 3. So what I mean by that is this is just a single band I use, and you can see there's a little bit of a gap. So I'm going to pull on it from the back, and it'll act like if it was a capped band, and you can see how it pulls it in. So I'm going to make that a cap band. If you want to leave it just the regular triangle band, you can, but I'm going to go for the closed look on top. So we took a single band, wrapped around itself, and placed it on these 3. Now we're going to grab the body of our reindeer. So grab the body, and you should be grabbing 3 loops here and 3 loops here. And you're going to pull on all these loops, make sure you have 6 altogether, and place it right here on this peg. And then pull on him just a little bit, reach in and grab the first 2 and loop it. Then reach in, grab the second set, and you can see where it goes, and loop it. And then finally the remaining and loop. So now you can let go of his body. So once you've done that, you're going to reach in here, push all these bands back, and then just grab the bottom 2, loop forward. Same thing here. You don't want to loop like this because you would be missing the extension. So it's very important that you stick your entire hook in that peg, push everything back, grab the bottom 2, and loop forward. Grab the middle, loop forward. Push this triangle band back, loop the bottom 2. Again, pushing that triangle band back, looping these 2. Reach where the nose is, grab those 2 bands and loop forward. Grab these 2, loop forward, and these 2 and loop forward. Reach in here, here's that eye band, push back, grab the bottom 2, loop forward. Same thing here, the eye band, push back, bottom 2. Reach in where the ears, push all the ears back, bottom 2, same thing, bottom 2. Grab these 2 here and these 2. And when you're pushing the antlers back, you want to push those brown bands back and then grab these 2. And then I like to close mine off with 2 bands for the slip knot. So I just go in through all here, all those bands, pull them up, place both loops on your hook, take the loop, and make a slip knot. Again, don't yank him off, take him off slowly. You did all this work, you don't want to ruin it. He looks so cute already. So let's see what that cap band did, if it made a difference for the head. So it brought him closer together. Let's fix the nose. Pull out the ears. And I think he looks really cute. So just a subtle difference, not too much of a big deal. It does hide it a little. And then for the the slip knots, just reach in underneath in the back and slide it down, unless you want to put it on your tree or on a keychain. I'm just going to hide it. So there is your Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And he definitely had a very shiny nose. So I'm just tweaking it. You can definitely stop the video now, but I am very meticulous and I like to make sure that these are perfect. So thank you so much for watching, and if you make one, then you can definitely show me on Instagram. Thank you.